Hi, can I ask, last week was canceled because of Thanksgiving? Or did I miss something?
He did it, but he did it a day before. He did it instead of Wednesday. He did it on Tuesday morning. Um, it was set on Monday morning, so that way. But I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he finished out the last ebook, which is Master Merchant, like water, like water.
Oh, I must have
Yeah,
missed it then. Thanks for letting me know, man. I appreciate it.
no problem, man.
All right, family, peace, love, and law, everyone. We got about 8 minutes till we get started. 8 minutes till we get started. As always, if you're watching from the platforms, like, share, and subscribe. Welcome to the In God We Trust Academy podcast and work session season 8, the return of the master merchants. As always, we give thanks for your participation and just for being here with us. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell us where you're dropping in from in the comment sections. And as always, appreciate you guys. Hope everybody had a great holiday weekend and loved on your family and things of that nature. And just made it the best of it, right? 7 more minutes, guys, before we get started. Shout out to Maryland. Peace and love, fam. We locked in. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Absolutely. It is a grand day. Ricardo on the block, slanging. What's up, Ricardo?
What's up, OG? How you doing, man? God bless, man.
Ah, man, I see you at it, man. Still in work sessions and working at the same time.
You got to multitask. You got to multitask out here. It's the first of the month. You know, you got to grab that time.
Yes, sir.
Got to grab that time.
Absolutely. Hey, it's your time anyway, though. It's Christmas season.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's where the money come in, for real.
Yeah.
You got to take advantage of those times.
Absolutely.
Eric, can I ask you a question?
Nah, not right now. We're gonna get started in a minute. I got the music playing in the background, so I barely can kind of hear y'all.
Okay, it's about the gold membership. I don't get it, but I'll ask you during class then.
All right, I got you in just a second. Just give me a second. I'm trying to let this music play on through. Work session days changed. No, work session days are still the same. Mondays and Wednesdays. We just changed it to Tuesdays because Wednesday I had a lot of cooking and stuff to do, and so yeah, we didn't have time to do that. So I had to literally make some adjustments. Other than that, it's the same. Mondays and Wednesdays. Mondays 11 a.m. Central. Wednesdays 6 p.m. Central, unless we say otherwise. That's why you probably want to be made sure that you have registered to get into the class with us. If you want to know how to do that, do inbox or look at love. Well, I didn't post it on the screen today, but you can definitely get there and do that. All right, Silly, what's your question?
Okay, could you explain how this gold membership works? I bought yesterday, for, I guess everything in November is what I would receive. So
Yep.
then am I
Yes.
gonna have to buy again in December since today's December 1st and this is a December class?
Yes. That's exactly how it works. So basically, it's like a subscription of $100 a month, and you usually end up with anywhere from 8 to 10 videos, ebooks, etc. So a lot of information. It's worth it because what you pay for that 1 month is how much one class is worth, pretty much. If you go look on the website, so it's always best to be a member.
Yes, I did notice that. Okay, thank you for clarifying.
And the powerful templates too. You forgot that. Say those templates. That alone is worth 10 times that amount.
And the ebooks too, man. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Right.
So I love, man. We're gonna make sure that we get it out there. We got exactly 2 more minutes, family, before we get started. It's been beautiful, man. The Lawful Money class is coming up, guys. We got 12 days. I hope y'all in that class. If you're not, you're gonna miss it. But hey, maybe you can continue to learn and push forward. We'll see you guys on that time. It's either live stream or in person. If you want to come in person, that's fine as well. We would love to see you guys in fellowship and things of that nature. And if you doing it on a live stream, that's even great as well. Right now, the cost of getting in is at $200, but it's also coming with basically another free ebook. I'm not going to teach this ebook or class to you, but it is an ebook and it is based upon tender or performance. That's also going to come with this that I decided to add with this, right? And so basically, you'll still be getting the Creditor Slayer and all of that as well. So you're getting a lot that actually comes with this class, to be honest with you. And plus, just the time that we're going to put in into showing you guys a few things. And it's going to be, a bang to end with. I usually try to make sure that we, get ready to start the new fiscal year with something, And don't forget about, I do have the what's the name of it? The criminal course law, right? That is actually coming up, criminal law course. It is coming up in, I'm either gonna start it at the end of January. It's gonna be 30 days. But it's an ebook I put together. Well, I don't even know if you want to call it it's so big. It's about 500 something pages long. So it's a lot, but it's definitely worth it. A lot to learn from it. I put almost 8 months into putting this ebook together for you guys, and just for you to be able to utilize these things, and knowing that you have an actual full law book that you can refer to do certain things, even in your home, right? So, and it's going to be powerful to be able to do that as well. So for those of you that just have met me here recently based off me speaking or seeing my reel about the birth certificate, I'm still letting that $125, right? It's a sale, it's a bundle. Remedy and Rebellion and Divine Trust pop-up class, those two still going. All right. Also today, we're going to have Mastering Lawsuits, Defend and Conquer, and Mastering Appeals are all going to be on sale at $250. So that's 3 classes that you're going to get at the price of 1. So, and that's also major. So anybody that's looking for or want to know how to do, then those 3 things are at your advantage to use when it comes to these courses, right? What's the best package for beginners to start on this journey? It depends on what you run into, but I'm going to tell everybody to start with the Bill of Rights class. What y'all think? Because the Bill of Rights class is what you got to know first. If you out here chasing the finances part, then cool. I got, you got other things for that. But if you really looking forward to truly standing on your rights, etc., then the Bill of Rights class, and then you kind of expand from there for that point forward. But, just email us. Send us an email and we'll get you right. But the best place to begin is here, right here in work sessions. right? Because we eventually end up covering everything anyway, regardless. So this is the best place to begin, I would say. All right, so let's get started. It's 11:11 a.m. Make a wish. All right. Yeah, let's hit this record button. Let's get us started up in here. Got enough people. Enough people out here. 30-some people in class with us today. Man, we first and foremost, we give thanks to you guys for your appreciation of just taking this class. Oh, these classes that we doing, making it possible to do the things that we doing, the bravery that you have to challenge yourself, to learn more, and to go and operate and step out on faith and actually get the results that you're looking for. I appreciate that. And all the testimonies, guys, keep sending them. Listen, we do this class for one reason, these classes. And we used to do 4 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursday. So a lot of y'all just not catching on. Yes, we were doing at least about roughly 12 to 15 hours a week here. So now we're at anywhere from 6 hours sometimes a week. But that's still a lot of time that's being put in, and even more time because it's ebooks. It's really my time is still going into that. So let me clarify that. But it just shortens on y'all time on how we have to do instead of 4 days. But my point of me saying that is like if you're looking for it, this is where we do it at, and that means if you learn it here, you owe us that testimony. Like, straight up. I don't care how big or small that you think that it is. There's no small testimony in this because we all come from a place of not knowing none of this and having to pick up and move forward. So keep that in mind as we go forward, man. All praise to the Most High for everything that has transpired up into this very moment, allowing us this place of peace and to have the gathering of the minds here to be able to progress our life forward and learn that which the knowledge and wisdom that is being presented and passed from, higher places. And we give thanks to that, man, for sure. Everything that you guys hear from this point forward is for educational or religious purposes only. Anybody seeking any form of legal advice, please do seek a legal advisor, as it is my religious duty to speak my religious truth and experiences here with you guys today. All right. Don't forget about the raffle tickets as well, guys. 10 for each one. Chance to win a free card. Your duty, guys, is your choice. You can do it. I know you guys can do it. But guess what, though? If you get 2, you automatically get a free ebook. Creditor Slayer. The other one was Killing the Presumption of Death, which is about the birth certificate. And what was the other one? The foreclosure. So if you want to know how to deal with a foreclosure, whether judicial or non-judicial, that as well. So those things is what you guys can look forward to getting as well if you get 2. If you get 6, you get all 3. You get 10, you get a free class, a work session class of your choice, plus the ebooks as well. So totally up to you. Do not forget about those. All right, guys. How y'all doing? Everybody good?
Wonderful, magnificent, and great.
Great.
Absolutely. Man, a lot of y'all still got that itis, don't y'all?
I'm here with it.
Yeah, I got that itis over there. Still trying to come off that food, man. Probably gained a couple pounds for real. Especially if you cook. If you cook, you gaining some, but you're gonna gain a few because you're gonna taste everything you do. Straight up. So, all right, man. Today, gonna cover some things. So we've had a few different classes here. We had the Be Like Water return of the the Master Merchant Estate, and we also did Odds in the Courtroom. So you guys having a test today? Yep, you guys gotta have a test today. So the question is, are y'all ready for this test?
Stay ready.
We're gonna see now. We gonna see if y'all ready. All right, so y'all know the rules. If you don't, let me give them to you. Okay, I'm gonna call out the first person, or I'm gonna see who everybody raised their hands on the first question. Whoever gets called up on that question first, you give a chance to give an answer. If you don't or can't give the answer at that particular time, then you pass it on. You call someone else's name, or even after you get the answer right, then you have to call the next person to answer the next question. So that is how we're going to do this. Because if not, then you guys seem to like be scared or nervous. So yeah, Front Street today. All right, so let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Why is every written demand treated as an offer to contract? Why is every written demand treated as an offer to contract? Remember, we're talking about the rules of law merchant. All righty, Dr. Felton.
Because we're all merchants, and it's merchant court, and we're going to so it's all, we're merchants, and so everything is a contract.
All righty, Sam J.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, because you can accept, conditionally accept, or counteroffer.
Okay.
Is that, I don't know, maybe.
These are not wrong answers. I just call on to let other people answer, because everybody's going to say it in a different type of way. And that way,
Okay.
sometimes people catch it other ways than the way you said it or somebody else said it. That doesn't mean you're wrong. So now, Sam, you're going to have to call out the next person, but to go along with what you guys just said, it's because under law merchant, any written instrument demanding performance, such as bills, citations, summons, tax notices, complaints, etc., is classified as a commercial offer, capable of forming a binding agreement if responded to. And that goes back to what you just said, based upon acceptance, etc. So the system is built on contract formation and also not force. All right, Sam. So let's see who you got for this next question. Why does silence equals acceptance in commercial law? Call somebody out. Who we got?
Anyone?
Yeah, anybody you want to call? Call them.
Jamila Ritchie.
She always get called out. Yes, sir. Okay, so why does silence equals acceptance in commercial law?
Because you have a certain time frame for your response? I'm not sure.
Okay. You think you want help with that? Or that's your final answer? Yay or nay?
Oh, can you hear me? That's my final answer. I'm not sure.
All right. You want to call on somebody? You got two people with their hands up. You can call on you one of them.
You can call them because I'm driving and I can't see.
Yeah, we don't want you to do that. C. Lee, you went up first.
Okay, because you're not objecting?
Okay. Oba.
Because the concept of acceptance and honor.
Okay. All right. So, Octavia, you want to say something?
Silence is a form of binding the agreement.
Okay. Ms. Shields. All right. So it's because, and you guys are right. So because when an offer is received and the recipient keeps it without objection, the system presumes consent. Silence means I do not dispute your terms, which also is acceptance. And this is how most debts and claims become enforceable, because you guys never say anything. All righty. So Octavia, let's pick somebody for the next question. And the next question is, what is dishonor and what actions count as dishonor? Who you picking?
Sam.
Me or me? Um, well, I don't know how dishonor is defined, but I do know that not responding is dishonor and not
Okay.
performing.
That's one. And call somebody.
Cameron Martin.
Cam, LIP.
LIP,
What's up, fam?
what to do, bro? You all right?
Yes, sir. They got you. They called you out today.
I see they called me out, man. I had just walked out the room on the question, man. My apologies. I missed the question.
So they just want, what is dishonor and what actions count as dishonor in commerce?
Dishonor and actions that count as dishonor. I say dishonor is silence can be dishonor.
Okay, that's a good.
Arguing and being combative.
Okay, that's good. All right, you want to call on somebody?
Let me look and see who we got here. I'm gonna call. Give me Jennifer.
Jen, what's up, Miss Shields? You on the spot? What's up?
Dishonor. I was gonna also say not performing.
Okay. All right, so dishonor is failure to properly respond to a commercial offer, and examples is ignoring or failing to negotiate or respond within time. Dishonor automatically assigns liability to the silent party. So also even answering but responding but not answering the questions, dishonor. So that's good for us on that part. So let's see. The next question is, well, I kind of answered it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Why is arguing considered dishonor? Miss Shields, pick somebody. Make sure y'all mute out.
Okay. I gotta get back to it. Anybody have their whoop. Oba has her hand up.
Okay.
You said why is ordering considered dishonor? Because you're not you're not performing.
Okay.
On the presentment.
All right. And who else want to go? Oh, Octavia, you got your hand up, you want to say? I'm about to start calling some of y'all out. That's all right. I know who went. Some of y'all chilling because y'all feel like y'all talk too much, which I like today. All right, so we'll just take yours. Get ready to call somebody else over. So because arguing does not address the commercial terms, as I just said earlier, it signals that you cannot or will not negotiate commercially, which also has to do with performance. And arguing equals refusal to answer the offer, which is also a dishonor. Okay, so number 5. What are the 3 lawful responses under law merchant? Kind of has already been said, but let's see who caught it. Oba, pick somebody.
Jennifer Shields.
Oh, y'all going back and forth. Jen, they put you back on the spot.
Oh man, could you please repeat that?
Why? What are the 3 lawful responses under the law merchant?
Acceptance. Oh my gosh. 3 lawful responses. I'm babysitting my grandson and I left my other number.
Hey, you got
down,
one.
so
Let's
it's off the
go.
top of my head.
It's okay.
Sorry.
You're doing good.
That's all I got for you.
All right, pick somebody.
KV.
KV.
Offer, acceptance, counter offer.
Okay. Caressa, you want to say something?
I had this similar offer, oral acceptance, conditional acceptance, and it's either counter offer or just non-refusal.
All righty. So here we go, guys. Acceptance is agreeing to offer and become the surety. Conditional acceptance, agreeing upon proof, verification, or clarification, and counter offer, rejecting and replacing terms, creating a new contract opportunity. So you guys were all right. Good job. All right, Chris, you got to call the next person out. What is a material term, and why must it be changed? So what is a material term, and why must it be changed?
Okay, and I just select anyone, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. About Princess Mixon.
Princess. Are you with us?
I'm at work right now.
You at work? Okay, she's at work. Pick somebody else.
Okay, I'll do KV.
KV, you back up.
Oh, sorry, KV.
It will determine if a person accepts or rejects the offer.
Okay. Get you a little bit of help. Call somebody.
Let me see.
Again, what is a material term and why must it be changed? Octavia, she got her hand on, let her go.
A material term, it defines the essence of an agreement and why it can be changed. It can be changed to correct any error.
Right. Okay, so it is basically like the essential elements of a contract, such as an amount, the liability, conditions, time, jurisdiction, etc. And why it must be changed, because when you do counter offers, etc., there has to be a material term. Something of the essential elements has to change. So it must change at least one material term to be legally recognized as a new offer. Otherwise, it is merely an argument and not a negotiation. So you must read the terms and change one of the terms, guys, to do a counter offer. Otherwise, it's just an argument. Got it? All right. So
Got it.
what are the 5 qualities of a proper merchant counter offer? What are the 5 qualities of a proper merchant counter offer? Pick somebody.
Ali.
Hey, I really was just saying Ali. Boom, yeah. In my head. Hey, you said his name. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie. I gotta study that one.
Okay. Just take a guess. What basically what would make a counter offer, so to say, a lawful counter offer? What's one of the things? You can just guess.
Counter offer is basically you giving your offer.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So you're giving your offer in writing, right?
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna say that. Call somebody.
My guy Oba.
Yeah.
Oba,
I would
in
say,
the house.
yes, sir. I would say, so for a, we need a good. What was the question again? Was it exactly
Basically,
a good contract or a good?
What are the 5 qualities that makes a great counter offer?
Okay, we're gonna need terms, conditions, parties. We're gonna need dates. Are we gonna need a face value?
So
or something?
basically, you're saying that's certain. Okay, keep going. Everything that you said is dealing that you have to be certain. So that's one of the qualities. For sure.
Certainty. So would that be, I guess, certainty terms? I'm not sure.
Nah, you're saying it right. Everything that you said means that it has to be certain and definite. So you said the parties, the this, the that. All that means that it's certain. It has to be clear, specific, and definite. So we got 2 out the way. We got 3 more.
3 more. Man, I'm stuck. Can I call somebody?
Call you somebody.
Let me see.
We can't hear you if you call somebody.
King Biggs.
What's up, Mr. Biggs? Mr. Biggs. He probably. What you doing, Mr. Biggs?
Man, I'm here. I'm actually talking to my girl about it. I couldn't. The mute button got me.
Okay. Well, what answer
yes,
y'all come up with? We got 3 more. What qualities of makes a lawful counteroffer?
Okay, so
You gotta reject it.
go ahead, Doc. Go ahead and tell them then.
You gotta reject it. Have some new terms. You gotta accept the or reject it. You gotta have it legally documented.
Okay, lawful. There we go. That's another one out the way. Let's go.
What else, baby?
And you have to understand the legal implication of what you're doing. The legal standard of it has to be in alignment with the law.
Oh, great. So I put it all together. Y'all got it. So it has to be written, certain, measurable, and lawful, and supported by commercial reasons. So all you guys together is right. All right. Now, y'all got to pick the next people. Let's go. Why must merchants' responses be in writing?
Oh, that's a good one. You know, I got a good person for that. Miss Ross, you on here? Demetria Ross.
Oh, yeah, she in here. I seen her. I seen her when
Yeah,
she popped
she
in.
here. Come on out.
Is she in here? I think she left. She was
Is
in here. She was in here. She was literally just in here. I think she popped out on us.
Wow.
All right, pick somebody else.
Pick somebody else. There we go. I was trying to pick some people from the old class. Tamika, you on here? Tamika Todd, where you at?
Yeah, Todd ain't. She ain't answer nothing.
Yeah, let's hear from her.
Tamika Todd. She got to be doing something because she would have been talking by now.
I'm in physical therapy, y'all.
I told you. I know she was doing something because she would have been answering some questions.
Okay.
Pick somebody else.
Wow. Vincent, you on here?
No, some people. Vincent. Yeah, Vincent in here.
Vincent.
It has to be written.
Yeah, I'm here, brother. What's the question?
She just said
there you go, bro. What'd she say?
She just said it.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead.
It has to be written because, I mean, we're dealing in merchant court, so it has to be able to have all the aspects written out in plain language. I'm sorry, my bad, y'all. I'm in physical therapy, but I'm trying to do something answer. But it has to be able to be written out clearly. So, I mean, because we have to, it's a paper war. So, in commercial court, it has to be written out.
Okay. Anybody else? Sam J, you got your hand up?
Yes. The question was why it must be in writing is to preserve the record, right?
Yeah, that's great. Service evidence. Create a commercial record. It can be filed with court, and service evidence verbal statements do not exist in commercial record and cannot protect you. It really can't, because it becomes one against the other. So what does it mean to sign in the correct capacity? Sam, who you got? We can't hear you.
Tina Davy.
Oh, okay. Tina. You free, Tina?
Can you hear me? I'm here.
Yeah, we can hear you. So what does it mean to sign in the correct capacity?
Okay, so your signature should indicate the role that you're acting in.
Okay. All right. We'll take that. You want to call on somebody else?
I would love to.
Go ahead.
Anybody got their hand up?
Yeah, somebody got their hand up. Well, they had their
I
hand up.
can't see.
They put their hand down. Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Okay, Jennifer.
Okay.
Go ahead, Miss Shields. You up?
Sorry, I was muted. It means that the person signing is they have the legal ability to understand what they're signing. Either authorized representative. I don't know. I could be wrong.
All right, Biggs, you got your hand up.
So basically, it's important to give direction to the next handler of the document. It also establishes the position of the person who is signing it. So either or both. So you might be establishing who you are and the author of that document, or you might be establishing, like on anything else, what to do with that document and like a restrictive endorsement, things of that nature.
Exactly. So basically, what you're saying is your signature determines who is liable. So if you sign as an individual, it means you're personally liable under suretyship. But if you sign as trustee, secure party, authorized representative, or whatever other hat that you may be in that particular place, it keeps liability attached to the estate or trust and not specifically you. So why must a counteroffer be sent to the issuer and not the judge? That is the question. Ricardo, you want to answer? You've been on the block today. What's up?
I've been trying to catch one in there. You got to create the dispute so that way, when you create the dispute, now you got a reason to take them to court or do what you got to do with the judge.
Okay. Call on somebody.
I want to say, let's say, Richard. I don't know if he's been called yet.
Richard, you up?
Because the judge is the mediator, the issuing party is the one who's bringing the claim. So they have the original offer that you would have to counter offer. The judge is just the mediator. They're not the one accepting or refusing the offer being made.
Great. And he's basically saying they're not a part of the freaking contract. So because the issuer made the offer and must respond to your commercial terms, the judge is not a party to the commercial negotiation. The issuer is, and you may file a copy with the court, but the merchant notes negotiation is always between you and the originator. All righty. So let's see. Explain the legal difference between a natural person and a legal person. A juridical person. Call somebody, Richard.
Kanisha Johnson.
Ms. Johnson?
Hello. A legal person is, I want to say, the authorized representative. And what was the other one?
And the natural person.
The natural person is the living person, the living man or woman.
All right. Call you somebody else.
Let me see here. Cameron Martin.
Cam, they called you again. He might have stepped out.
Definition of a legal person, right?
Legal and natural.
Illegal or legal?
Legal.
I guess a legal person would be a person with a birth certificate and social security number, I believe.
Okay. And a natural?
Will be the authorized person over that legal person.
Okay. We'll take that as well. All right. And Ali, you're up. So let's see what you got for us.
Repeat the question.
Explain the legal difference between a natural person and a legal person.
A natural person is come from God. the living man, blood, and the corporate person is the legal fiction entity, which is the birth certificate.
All right. So, a natural person is the living man or woman under natural law, and a legal person or juridical person is an artificial capacity that was created by the government, the state, through registration, capable of holding rights and duties in commerce. And the state cannot interact with natural beings, so it must create a legal counterpart to interface with statutes, contracts, and the actual financial system. So all great answers, guys. All right. The next one is, why does the state need to create a legal person at birth? So pick somebody, Ali.
Sam.
Sam, I
For the same reason that the other gentleman answered, or that you answered, which is that the state cannot interact with with a natural person. They can only interact with a legal person.
Okay. Want to call somebody else?
I just gotta check the list. I haven't called yet. Robert, the registered owner. Maybe.
Robert, the registered owner. He said he want them dividends, interest, and principal payouts. That's what he want. Hit the mic if you can talk. If not, we understand. We know you guys are working and appreciate you guys' dedication to be at work and still be at work sessions. Freaking amazing. All right, who got their hands up? Go ahead, Miss Shields.
Basically, so you can participate in contracts, establish your rights, responsibilities, and then, be recognized in commerce.
Okay.
Establish responsibility.
Okay. Y'all in good shape. All right, so because the state as a corporate body can only deal with legal entities and not actually the actual beings, but the registered legal person allows the state to assign statutory duties, grant benefits, record taxes, open commercial and financial accounts. This is necessary for all interaction under the law merchant. Okay. What I want you guys to do now is describe the role of the birth certificate as the entry point into commerce. Describe the role of the birth certificate, basically, in commerce. So we speaking of what it means to and under the law merchant. Is what we're doing. All right, Miss Shields, you gotta pick somebody.
Sorry about that. Just gotta find the list. I am so sorry. Okay. Ali.
Ali.
So basically, the birth certificate is like your monopoly piece. I look at it.
Okay.
This is your entry to do commerce.
Okay. Answer. Richard, you up?
I agree with that. Basically, I was gonna say in commerce, as a merchant, you're dealing with titles, and that's the legal title to the estate. So you have the authority to do anything on behalf of the as an authorized representative.
Okay. Tamika?
The birth certificate is the primary piece that everything falls up under. Without the birth certificate, no contracts or anything can be formulated. So that's the estate that holds the credit basically. And like he said initially, that's the monopoly piece. That was exactly what I was going to say. That's the pivotal moment that everything can be drawn off of.
Absolutely. Okay. Octavian.
It's a way to track all the things that the legal name has done commercially.
All right. Caressa, you want to say something too?
I just wanted to add that it also allows you to assume the debt along with everything else everyone mentioned.
All right. So now neither one of y'all are wrong. So let me say that. So I'm going to break this down even more. The birth certificate is an official registration which creates the legal person, the state, which is also, it functions as the first accounting record of the state. It's also proof that the state has created a commercial identity, but it also shows proof that, well, the state has a contract with you at this particular time, and they have obligations and performance to you based upon a specific contract. What contract is that, people?
Birth
The
certificate.
Constitution.
Constitution.
The Constitution, both federal and state Constitution. So now that places us in commerce because of, is it because of money or is it because of performance and obligation?
Performance and obligations.
Oh, okay. So yeah, now we're operating as merchants. Absolutely. So it is the commercial doorway into the law merchant system itself based upon for commercial reasons as you guys have stated, right? Absolutely. So now that you know that, you have to learn to apply that. Everybody's looking for money with this type of situation. And you're not truly understanding that with this system that we're dealing with, it's not about money. It's all about performance and obligation. Okay? You're not obligated to have to pay a tax. Okay? But guess what? You are obligated to report. It's a huge difference in just the obligation to report and then you thinking you having to pay. The only reason you have to pay a tax is based upon how you classify the tax. So your ass got to pay. And you volunteered based upon your classification. Do everybody understand that? So
Yes,
if you
sir.
don't want to pay taxes, as you guys say, then you might need to learn to reclassify. Because that's all it takes. And once you reclassify things and set the record straight for what it is, I mean, and the records you did, you qualified and said it was so. So, I mean, it's you. It's you. And you have to start taking advantage of that to start knowing, what to do and how to maneuver with this estate. Because no matter what, this is your estate. And a lot of you guys like to, oh, I'm not the this, I'm not the that. But guess what, though? When you're playing the board game, according to the rules of the board, if you land on a certain square that says you got to pay $250, you pay $250, right? You're authorized. So in that system, you affected. Yeah, it doesn't take away private rights. It never should. That started dealing with the actual natural living man. But when we start talking about what we're doing in commerce to play this game, okay, you can want to look at it that way since y'all said monopoly, then you have to participate in the right way, according to the rules of commerce, to play the freaking game. And if you don't, then that's your situation and that's your problem. That's going to lead you into destruction of what we've been having going on.
Dishonor.
Because everybody's supposed to, people don't even understand. You're supposed to be a master merchant when you go to these particular places to do contract. And they expect you to know the rules of commerce. The reason, as soon as you issue the Social Security number, none of you guys, they expect you to know the Truth in Lending Act. Ain't nobody told you shit about the Truth in Lending Act. Not one single person growing up. Did anybody say the Fair Debt Collect? That wasn't in school. None of this was. They just throw the credit card at you. Quick. Throw some driver's license at you, told you, got you on the road, didn't explain none of the Bill of Rights to you, nothing. You're just out here taking on all the liability because you choose to stand as a surety. And how do you stand as a surety in commerce? Well, it's easy, guys. If you know that they violated due process and then you don't go and do what's necessary about due process, then that means you fully agree to it and you choose to stand as surety for the obligations and performance of whatever they're trying to charge you with. Because you waived the right. You chose not to act upon it. And that would be right in the interest is in commerce because you're looking for a certain performance and obligation. An obligation to be performed, which is the protecting of your rights that, as according to the contract of the Constitution, that they swore an oath to. See, all of this is still commerce because if they choose to do something wrong, well, guess what? This is a conversion. It turns into a civil claim against whoever violates the right, right? Come on, let me know y'all with me. Y'all quiet.
You gotta be able to
I
sue.
say
You
right
gotta
next
be
to-
able to sue.
You know? And the situation is this, guys, like y'all running from that. Y'all running from what we're talking about at this very moment. A lot of people run from this. And this is why you don't have success in nothing that you're doing because you trying to find a way to get out the way and not be this. Man, own it, be it. But no, there's rules to this. See, you got to understand that all persons have constitutional rights. Y'all keep thinking that, a corporation, hey, listen, a corporation has the right to due process of law. That's why they got to have a warrant to go in their buildings. They got the same right that you do as a natural person. Do y'all understand that? They have the right to own property, right? They can sue and be sued. They can do all kind of stuff. Right? They have a birth date. That was the day they was formed. They can be dissolved. And if they dissolve, that's like dying. That means their charter can be taken away from them, etc., based upon violations of the actual law. Play the game, guys. Stop running from it. It's nothing to run from. But recognize it, understand it, truly understand it, and go and operate. People gonna tell you guys, hey, don't do this or don't do that or don't do it this way. Listen, we go over here. Y'all know me. We coming from every angle. We're gonna get the remedy one way or another. And if I come from every angle at you, what you gonna do? It's nothing you can do. You gotta bow out. You're gonna have to bow. And that's the way I look at it. You know, a lot of people were talking about this on this one post I posted on Facebook, and it was pretty much about, this one individual which they was talking like about driver's license and all of that type of stuff. Guys, don't even argue driver's license or any of that. Your situation is always due process. That's it. Due process is going to be it every single time. All right. They can never, they'll say, well, the statutory law says that if they have something, if they catch you without something, they got the right to take your vehicle off the road, right? No, they don't. Because the constitutional law says that you can't be deprived of your property without due process, without a warrant of taking your property. And see, this is where they'll mess up at. Then they'll try to do some sneaky shit and say, oh, well, we had reasonable suspicion of this vehicle being used in a crime, meaning the traffic infraction is a crime. Okay, well, if it's a crime, then guess what? All criminal cases have the right to a speedy and public trial and a right to a trial by jury. What you gonna do with that shit? Answer that question. See, they can't do nothing with that. That stops them at the door right then and there. There's no injured party here. Now, when we start getting to the real situation, where's the injured party? The only injured party is the person who got their property taken without due process of law. Y'all see how the script flips? I'm not even going to argue about driver's license, none of that shit. Who cares to argue about the right to freaking travel? I got the right to due process. You do anything that's going to take my right to due process. The right to travel is a liberty. You're going to take it from me, take me to court first. Which brings us back to due process. And why are we talking about due process? Because when we mention due process, we're also speaking on obligations and performance. To what, ladies and gentlemen?
Constitution.
Constitution. Now this becomes simple. Now this don't look like a freaking rat race, like people trying to tell you that you got to go fill out 1,000 freaking papers just to say you got some rights. That's bullshit. You never needed to sign or do anything. Now you can put it on notice as for evidence for record, but still at the end of the day, if you can't take that, and put that into evidence and learning how to run the court is the people's court. The people need to know how to run the court. When you step in that courtroom, all this other extra stuff has to go out the window. That's the reason why if they're going to specifically charge you and call it a crime, well, then you have the right to face your accuser. We have to see that. And if you're going to say this is civil in nature, now we back to contracting. Where's the freaking contract? The only contract I know of is the one that I got this oath here that says that you took an oath to the Constitution to serve, right? So if that's the contract that we have, that's the contract we're going to operate, because that's the only contract that I can find between us here in this setting today, which means we're going to operate from the highest contract, the Constitution itself.
Hello.
Eric, there was a time that we would make an affidavit or some sort of announcement to the court that we were going to operate under the Constitution. What was that called?
I can't even remember, but the point is the way you operate according to the Constitution, because like it's more so like this, bro. I'm into saying less words and just performing. I want to say the less possible, but still make exactly what I want to happen. See, a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, don't motion and move the court. You have to. That's the only way the judge moves. The judge only moves on a judicial notice, and the judicial notice is a motion as well. But you're entering evidence. A judicial notice is literally an evidence that's being entered into the case. Now, who do you demand? You can demand the other party to show proof. You can demand the other party to do a lot of different things. But see, my point of me saying that is, it still doesn't mean that we're not going to go to court. We're not going to use the court to our advantage and get the remedy that we want to get. Because I still can say all the same things that I've been saying. Again, if you come after me, the living man and woman, then we're going to be talking about the Constitution. If you're trying to deal with me in a civil and all of that, then we still talking about contracts, and we still go back to the Constitution, obligations and performance. Ain't nobody taking shit. Is my point. I hope y'all understand that.
I wanted to share with everybody today.
Hold on right quick. Because I didn't give y'all a chance to do testimonies, did I? But y'all get a chance.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a chance. So, with me saying all of this, and I got to this specific part to talk about this because we got to talk about the birth certificate, and people have no idea how this actually works. Yes, it is a stock because the state, according to how many people, et cetera, and all of this type of stuff, they get funding based upon the economic that's going through that particular state. That also happens. They're also betting on, not even betting. We're going to say they're also backing everything according to your potential, okay, value in commerce, which means what you're capable of doing. All right. And everything is based upon the future because everything is a promise. I promise to do something for in the future. That's all you got to truly understand. So just perform. It's the only thing that we're here doing. All right? So that social security number, all of this type of stuff, it's there. If you hold them accountable according to the rules of commerce, guys, you will never come out your pocket. Because the way they set up the banking system, it actually goes against equity. Why do I say that? Because of securitization. When they start securitizing, when they start separating the security interest in the note itself, when they separate those two from each other, it's over with. I don't care what they try to do. Even if they try, they would literally have to have the chain of title. But they transfer it so many times. They sell it so many times. They do it every time, to be honest with you. And so according to the rules of commerce, then they have to make sure that they are the holder in due course to make a claim. The person entitled to make a claim on it. Right? To enforce the instrument is the holder in due course, or someone that has or been given an assignment or chain of title to it. But they still got to have access and the right to it as well. So these things have to be shown and given to. But not only that, there's still an equitable conversion that you can do by tender or performance. Because once you start recognizing who you are in that financial situation, again, this is why I say move through trust, because the trust is giving something. So let's say that you have to go do a loan and you use the trust. But the first thing they're going to ask you when you use the trust, they're going to also ask you for what? What else they're going to ask you for? Anybody?
EIN.
Collateral.
You're going to get the EIN. What they're going to ask you for?
Social security number.
The
They're going to ask
signature?
you for the social because they want a surety for it, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So all you got to do is say, oh, you want to use my surety. You want me to basically insure you with my surety. And if that's what you want me to do, well, this is trust property. Now, you can use trust property, but here we're going to have an equitable conversion here. So that's the reason why you can sign off as the trustee, et cetera, da-da-da-da-da. They're using trust property. You have equity in this because you can you have the name copywritten, et cetera. Not copywritten, well, copywritten as well, but trademarked. And you have those things, right? Now, if they make any money off of using that trust asset, the trust has equity. Mm-hmm. Y'all understand that?
Yeah.
And so we should get a share of that.
Absolutely. You better. And the only way you're going to get one is if you make the claim to get one. Which is why I'm telling y'all the exact thing I'm telling you about is what I'm adding to this lawful money class. Because it's tender by performance, because you're doing an equitable conversion. And through equity, you can do that. So where is the court of equity?
Delaware.
Chancery. Y'all said where?
Everywhere.
Somebody said Delaware, Texas. The court is everywhere.
At the end of law.
All you got to do is the court that gives you the right to do. If you do a declaratory judgment, that automatically makes that an equitable court. If you do an injunction, it automatically makes that an equitable court.
Motions are equity.
Motions are equity too. But my point in me telling you that is, if you try to use statutory law, you're going to fail. But if you use equity, you're going to win. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I'm saying if you deal with this situation and you do a declaratory judgment based upon the actual trust having equity into that by the assets of the trust being used and that they have made money, right? They sold it on secondary markets. They made millions of dollars off of it by using trust assets. And you got the right and equity of it because you the only one that implied a surety here. Nobody else has a surety. Nobody has put it's the surety. And guess what? Insurance has to be on every freaking case. So if we gave them the actual name as security, we can take it back. That's the reason why if you rescind the contract or they trying to repo your car or anything like that, tell them you repo your credits. See how we keep leaving stuff on the table. But when you a master merchant, you know it's yours. You know your contracts. You know what all belongs to you. If you do a rescinding of the contract, you can rescind it, but guess what? You come pick up well, we're gonna come pick up the car. No, you're not. If you pick up the car, then hey, that check that bank sent you, or the check that was put out to what? Yeah, I want that back. Give me my money. My name created it. That's my credits. That's my money. Is it not? Yes or no? Because if I gave the car back and I never touched the money, come on, guys, think about that. I never touched the money ever. Not a no check was like, now that means if you went through the dealership, like no check was ever given to you. That money went straight to the dealership. So now they're going to have to pull their credits back up out of there. Because where the freaking money go? If I got to give the collateral, are y'all paying attention? Are y'all listening? Are y'all even listening to what I'm saying?
Yes, we're listening.
I'm all in,
Gang.
baby.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man.
You gave collateral. And notice when you said, now pay attention to what it says when you do the security agreement. In the security agreements, you're saying that you actually own the property. Otherwise, you can't even do a security agreement unless you actually own the property that you're giving into as collateral. So you already own the car. You saying you own the car and you're giving it as collateral to secure this. Now, you got to remember, in order to get any form of money printed, et cetera, with Federal Reserve notes, there has to be what, guys?
Application or note.
Collateral. Collateral has to be attached and involved. Collateral is also accounts receivable accounts. Also, a promise to pay creates an accounts receivable, which is an asset, which is also can be and considered collateral. So when you think about your credit card case, all stuff like that, right? All this stuff is the same. So now when you start looking at it from that perspective, it's going to change for you. Because, okay, I gave assets of the trust. It created this money. This money went here. I have this as collateral. I gave the truck or car as collateral. And then let's say we want to do a rescission or something. And they say, okay, well, we're just going to go right back to where we was. Or you found something and they say, well, send us the car back. No. For what? If you ain't sending no money to me, then why am I sending the car? So that's equity. If we're talking about equity, guys, what's fair? But see, most people just think that the money just went away. Where did it go? If they repossess your car, again, especially if you under dispute with something, remember the car is yours under collateral. But see, a lot of people try to be like, oh, well, I'm going to take the car and I'm going to put a lien on it. Don't put a lien on the car. That's stupid. I'm finna go put a lien on whatever. Don't do it. You know why? What y'all learned from season 7? How do you make an antecedent claim? Come on. That's the next question. How do you make an antecedent claim when it comes to dealing with, property or whatever, certain things that you already got in mortgage or loans? How do you have an antecedent claim even though you signed and did those first?
I don't know that word. Antecedent. What is that?
Transfer.
Precedent. So something that gives you, that means that you had the right before the other. So precedent. Like a precedent.
Either the ownership of the title, the birth certificate, or the conveyance of the asset to the trust before they try to claim that they had a lien on it.
All right. Anybody else? It's simple. The first thing we did was I showed you guys to move the estate. If you claim the estate, then you claiming everything and all interest that the estate has in. See, they don't got nothing to do with that. That's not a contract of you saying I'm specifically going to move, you claiming a specific particular property. No, you're claiming the estate, and whatever interest the estate has now been transferred to what?
The trust.
Yes. So that's how you make, okay? That's how you make sure that your claim is present before theirs. That's how you make it. Because if I'm talking about the estate and I make that claim, and it automatically includes every business that the estate has ever been into. That's the reason why I showed you once you do it that way, now you can come in from the trust and you can go back to whatever situations that the estate has ever been involved in, and you can check and see if there's equity there.
So if I had 22 loan mortgages in 2005 with all these properties, there's a lot of credit there. You're saying you can go back to all that?
But you got to understand why. So if you say you're going to go back, what's the first thing you're going to do?
You would have to make a claim.
No, you a merchant.
You got to go back and get the contract.
So the first thing we got to do is, as a master merchant, if anybody's saying anything or any claims or any whatever, you go back. The first thing I'm going to do is you can either tell them to validate their claim, or you can go do a full audit on the whole situation yourself. And you can find all the mishaps and wrongs with this and go and make your claim. But you got to get the information first, or you got to literally create the dispute, like I always say. And you create the dispute by saying validation of the debt. You got to show proof of this, and that.
Eric, I did find a company that would do forensic audits. It costs a little bit, but I found one.
Yeah, it's going to cost because it's a lot of work. But once you get it, you got it. You got all the proof. Truth, proof, law, and relief. But yeah, you
So
can.
is that the same thing as full disclosure?
Yeah, it's always got to be full disclosure. Yeah, you got the power of the estate. But see, a lot of people think, oh, this is going to change as soon as I put it into the trust. No, now you got to go perform. Now you got to go be the trustee of your trust and perform the obligations of what you're supposed to do. So now let me go straight to these people. And the first thing that you're supposed to do when you take over a new business, et cetera, what you're supposed to do, guys? Come on, they got pissed off because Trump did it.
Do an audit?
I'm auditing every damn thing. Everything and everybody, any and all contracts is about to get audited. I want to see it all. I have to. What kind of businessman would I be if I didn't do that? And guess what? When people get audited, most people get pissed because they know they did some shit. That's the reason why y'all seen it happen. As soon as that man got in office, he audited everything and y'all got mad. Like, you supposed to be, that's what you supposed to do. Yeah, I'm going to put everything on pause, hold, audit this, audit that. Hold on, stop that. We finna stop this from doing, because it's just too much crazy stuff. This is the way that you're supposed to run the business up under your new management. You ain't got to stick to somebody else's program because somebody else felt like you should have. That's stupid. They brought you in to take the change over to change it. Why would you do it now? Like, you can't be mad at that. So you got to do the same thing. And I always tell you guys is this. Anything that the government is doing, you should do the same. Because they're dealing with the estate of the people, which is the actual full government country itself. So if you're going to talk about that estate, they audit it every single time. They insure everything every single time. This is a real thing. They got it set up. If you notice that, all right, like, and I'm serious, guys. They got it set up to where you can be wealthy forever. But it's just something about y'all not wanting to pay $75 a month. Shit, we gonna die. That's guaranteed, man. The best business in life to be in is life and death.
What is the $75 a month? I don't understand that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Somebody just literally paid $75 a month for a life insurance. They passed. Their child got over like $700 thousand, and he probably like 5 years old right now. That child, nothing to worry about. And the person had a trust set up for him, et cetera, all kind of stuff. So it's fully protected. They made sure that the trustees couldn't mess over him or anybody. That's dope. From this point on, that's dope. So when you do stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we our own problem. Most of the people are sitting here, and I'm serious when I say this, guys. Like, who actually sit down and be honest with yourself? Who actually sit down with their family and y'all actually have a plan, a 10-year plan right now? Everybody know their role. Everybody know what they're supposed to be doing. Everybody working towards their goal.
We do, bro.
Now, if you Mexican and all that, you can't answer. We already know y'all doing it. Y'all been doing it. Y'all can't answer. Straight up. But I'll just being real though. Like, that's what it takes. But majority of the people don't do that, man. They don't got a plan. They don't got anything. That's the reason why. I'm telling you, because I remember being 18, getting done with school, went to college, etc., right? And I still felt like, shit, what I supposed to do? What's next? You see what I'm saying? Like, what I supposed to do? Now your teenage children is they did everything y'all told them to do according to what the world say, but guess what? They still ain't got no identity about themselves. And the identity is not going to define you because they said you was a Moor, you was Black, African. Identity is going to define you behind purpose. It's purpose, family. It's purpose. Purpose is the identity for you. That's going to define you, your people, your family, etc. And these kids don't got no purpose. They was told what they had to do, but the purpose is not there. That's why they feel lost. 24, 25, out here still looking for something because the family didn't choose to sit down and give them purpose. When they see what they taking care of and what it's actually doing for them and what they have to go through to make sure that it stays, and they understand the real reason of why everybody rolls, keep the family doing what it's doing. When they start seeing that, they gonna understand purpose. They gonna know what they supposed to do. They either gonna jump into the family biz or they're gonna create something that's going to help even more with the family biz, etc. But there ought to be a foundation for your family to make money. A foundation. And then from that foundation should allow others to branch out in what they want to do. And it's supposed to help create and bring more back. We got too many kids getting out at 18 going to go pay rent, and then you having to call mama and daddy, etc., to help you pay rent. That's stupid as shit. That is the worst economic decision to make. Why am I paying for two households and I don't live at the other? That's stupid. It's dumb. You might as well just come here and live for free, if that's the freaking case, and go out there and make the best you can. Because one thing we gonna do is I gotta have somewhere to live. Y'all, you see what I'm saying? The parents gotta have somewhere to live. Y'all do. So you ain't gonna not pay it just because your child moved in. That ain't gonna happen. But my point is, we make it harder on ourselves. We don't have nobody has a plan. It's go get a job, get you a place, pay some rent, get a car note, pay it, half-ass pay it, whatever the case you're gonna do. Whatever. It's crazy. So this is why we have to change those particular things, family. Has to change within yourself. All right. I got more questions, but I'm sorry I got carried away on talking with y'all. But it's just I wanted y'all to start visualizing certain things. Since we're talking about commerce, since we're talking about these particular things, we have to know. So make it better for yourself. But we got to do this. If you want to change it, we got to do it. We can't just keep getting up doing the same thing. People just going to work a regular a 9 to 5 without a plan. I didn't say the 9 to 5 was the problem. Not having a plan is the problem. I ain't talking about planning the trip to go somewhere. I'm talking about doing something that's gonna take you away from that 9 to 5, so you ain't never got to look back at it no more. Somebody telling you when you can and can't put food on your table. That shit. I found out how crazy that was real fast. Nobody's gonna ever determine that for me. Ever. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? And you know, once you get that mindset that ain't nobody you ain't gonna tell me you can't hire me because of my hair or how I look or none of that. I'm not gonna ever have to face that problem. Cause I'm gonna make sure I do for me. I'm gonna make sure I'm equipped. I'm gonna make sure that I know how to solve problems, because that's all people want. It's for you to solve a problem. You want to make money? Be a problem solver. Or be convenient. Those two things will always bring you revenue. Conveniency and a problem solver. Every single time. And like I said, the best business is the business of life and the business of death. You get in those two businesses, you're going to make money, which is why everybody should have life insurance. That's the best business to get into. It's guaranteed. Are y'all listening?
Yes,
Loud
sir.
and clear.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Real talk. And it's compound interest if you do it right. Then you become your own private bank, loan from yourself, etc. But my point is, why are we not already in that business with our families already? Instead of trying to scuffle up, putting up GoFundMes to bury our people. That's stupid. When we know it's already guaranteed you're going to die one day. So we might as well pay for Pookie's life insurance. Y'all feel what I'm saying? We might as well.
Word.
Shit, what's wrong with dialing up? 25, man. There's hundreds of people in our family, man. What's wrong with $25? What, $75 a month, $25, whatever, $50, whatever the case it may take. And you gotta watch that stuff, man. And then another thing, these life insurance will stop a whole lot of bullshit from happening, because they not gonna be one. They're gonna come after whoever did what. They want that. They gonna get theirs. And if it got to do with officers or anything like that involved, guess what? They got the right lawyers to get all the way down to the bottom of it to make you pay. Because they still do the subrogation, especially if somebody hurt and harmed them. See, a life insurance is basically a trust itself, but it's a trust of the asset, which is the life. Think about it. You can make money the whole time. Then they think life insurance is only to be used at death. No, it happens during your life. You can use it now.
That's the question I was gonna ask you too, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, you can use it now. It's all about how you set it up. And if you set it up correctly, the next thing you know, you make money. So, just putting that out there. Yeah. So we didn't have the testimony time. We're going to have it right now. Anybody had a testimony, man? My bad on that. Raise your hands so we can get these testimonies in right quick. Biggs, you had one. I was going to let you start it. You didn't step away.
Well, I don't have a testimony, but I have a question.
I'm back. Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna
Go
get
ahead.
some questions in a second. Go ahead.
Son.
Go ahead with the
I
testimony.
was just gonna say, is there any like place where there's like a chat of the people here that we could talk about, you know, in between sessions? If someone has like a process, we can all discuss it together, because I'm feeling kind of alone in this whole process myself. I don't really have anyone to talk to, and I think it could be really helpful if anyone is that like a thing that is happening.
We're actually working on creating this group for that specific reason. Should be done sometime this week. I'm not gonna do it on Telegram or nothing like that. I think where did you get on here from? Facebook, TikTok, what?
A friend referred me, yeah,
All
via email.
All right, that's
yeah.
cool. All right, so it's gonna definitely happen as well. I think we already do have someone like that through email. But I'm also gonna bring it out on social platforms as well to be able to do so.
Okay,
You know,
I think that'd be very valuable. Thank you very much.
School. School is a very good thing. SKOOL. That's a
Yeah.
great platform.
Appreciate it. All right, Mr. Biggs, you up.
Okay, yes, sir. I just wanted to ask for the prayer warriors out there. Everybody send me some good energy. I'm assisting my lady here. Her mother left her a estate, a property, and it's worth about 400. But the the mom pretty much done paid it off, and now they're trying to force her to sell the house. So we did the bankruptcy, and applying everything to what you have taught to the bankruptcy has been so interesting. And I'm so thankful for you actually coming to the part where you started teaching the procedure of the court. And like right now, we got like 8 motions, and every time you file a motion, you want to file that notice. And with the notice, you also have a proposed order. So one motion is 3 documents. So I got like 8 motions going in. We got like 3 different cases. The original case, the trustee filed an adverse claim trying to force her to sell the house and only get 30% of the value applied to her bankruptcy. And we rebutted that because when we filed the bankruptcy, we put that the house was exempt because it was trust property, it's private property. And so, of course, there's money there. They coming after it. So we file an adverse claim against them. But the process in doing that, y'all, and the meticulous nature and items that you want to make sure you got in order is the key. And I just wanted to thank Eric for actually teaching on that, and it's helped me immensely in this process. So pray for us as we going to turn that whole packet in, and we're going to do battle on the 16th.
Absolutely. Prayers
Yes,
will
you got
definitely lift it.
That's what's up. Keep going.
Somebody got their hand up. Great.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Eric? What's up, everybody? What's great with y'all?
What's good?
Ain't nothing, man. Got my case dismissed last week.
Oh, well,
Last week,
word.
Tuesday.
What case was that?
Yeah,
Tell us about it.
man. I was on the way to go skate, Sunday night. So, butthead cop just pulled me over. He said I was speeding, and from speeding, that turned into what is it? Get out the car. They had a K9. It went from 1 cop to 7. So it turned into a yeah, they just exceeded whatever the so-called whatever probable cause was supposed to be anyway.
Right.
Like I said, he claimed I was speeding, and I gave him an international driver's permit, so he wasn't satisfied with that. I gave him an international driver's license and an international driver's permit, so he was just looking for I don't know what his problem was, but like I said, before I had 3 encounters with like 3 other cops, no problem. They just gave me like repair orders and just kept going on I just kept going on my way. But this guy just wanted to be Scruff McGruff, dig down the hole and find something. He said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm not satisfied with this, I don't believe this stuff, but you could just sit right here and wait." He told me he was recording. I didn't have no recording device on me. I just bluffed him. I said, "I'm recording too." He said, "Okay, that's fine." He went to his car. Like I said, he called 2 more people. He called like a regular cop, right there in Baltimore City, and he had another canine sheriff or whatever come to my driver's side. I'm on the phone with my brother. Next thing you know, I just felt somebody try to open up the door. Like just try to yank up, no warning or nothing. I rolled down the window. I said, "Man, you all right?" He said, "Get out the car." I said, "For what?" He said, "Get out the car." I said, "What's going on?" He was like, "Get out the car." I'm like, "What the fuck, is the car about to blow up or something?" He said, "No, get out the car. Get out the car right now." I said, "Okay, is this voluntary or mandatory?" He said, "If you don't get out the car, I'm gonna drag you out the car." I said, "Is your body camera recording?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, well, for the record, let the record show that I'm getting out the car under duress. If I don't get out the car, he has weapons of mass destruction, and he's gonna cause me harm and beat my ass and the rest of the stuff. So I said, I'm getting out the car right now. Got out the car. They brought the canine, did a little search,
No
walk
warrant.
around the car like 3 times. Right.
So what was the point of the search?
They they wouldn't answer me. He said, I'll tell you after I'm done. But long
But go
story
ahead.
short, oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying go ahead.
Oh yeah, yeah. So he said, I'll tell you after I'm done. So I said, okay, well, I said, don't plant no drugs in my car. I don't consent to any of this. Y'all just exceeding the scope of y'all stop. Y'all said I was speeding, and then now it just turned into, 3 cops. And then from 3 cops it went to 7 at the end of it. So I'm sitting there, the guy he come back, he's still asking me for more information. I said, everything I gave you is what you need right there. I'm not giving you shit else. I just had a different name on there. I had a different name on there. He was just trying to find like some regular state shit. And like he said, he wasn't satisfied with it. I didn't care. But he came back, he just kept, doing research, and it's like he got on some like Google Lens times 10 type shit. And next thing you know, he came back with my real name and said, oh yeah, yeah, he kept asking me. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you a chance to go ahead. Like, you don't have anything else to give to me." I said, "Nah, everything you need is right there." I said, "Look, y'all already, violate my rights and everything. I'm not supposed to be out here this long, and you not telling me what's going on. Like, you know what I mean?" But
Right.
I said it's all good. I said, "We'll go ahead and we'll get through this shit later." So he came back. He said, "Yeah, put your hands behind your back. You're getting arrested for giving me a false he said giving a police officer a false statement." And I said, when the fuck was I under penalty of perjury? Like, what, did y'all swear me in or some shit? He said, it doesn't matter, put your hands behind your back. Cool, no problem. I got my brother and my other guy on the phone. And after that,
So
he
they
just,
took you to jail?
yeah, he took me to jail.
Oh
Took me to
man.
jail.
Keep going.
Word. Yeah, yeah. So yep, they took me to jail that night. um he went through my car. He just ransacked the whole shit, and just left everything a mess. And then asked me if he wanted me to park the car or just have it towed. I said, yeah, park it right down the side, man. Just make sure it's not in front of nobody's house, because I don't know them and I don't want them to tow my shit. So then he had another cop come through and just transport me straight to jail to what is it Central Booking, downtown Baltimore.
That's why I see and
Yeah.
see. Well, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
Okay. So, after that, that was it. The guy, he was just trying to, like, talk to me. He had a black dude come take me there. He was trying to talk to me and like, yeah, where you from and so and so. I looked at him. I'm like, I didn't say shit. I just looked at him like, if I didn't answer this dick, well, what, what the fuck am I gonna answer you for? Like,
Right.
but they took me there, and it took like 23 hours to get me out or whatever. And in between that whole time, during 4 occasions, they asked for a social security number. Between the cop, the dickhead that first initiated the stop, he asked me for it. And I was like, for which I said, what y'all need that for? He said, it's part of our job. I said, okay, well, cool. In that case, I don't have one. He said, are you sure? Like, are you lying to me again? I said, listen, I don't have one. You're not extending a line of credit or none of that shit. So you don't need one. He was like, okay. I got there. One of the commissioners asked for one. They got 2 commissioners there for some reason. I mean, the first one was just pointless. Um, she just tell you what you've been charged with, and they just sat there and take their sweet ass time before they get with you. You sit right there like 30, 40 minutes in front of them while they just lollygagging through the glass, just doing whatever the hell I don't know, doing whatever. But she asked me for that. I told her I didn't have one. She was just looking at me like I was crazy. So she had to call her supervisor and to override something over the computer. And I got to the second commissioner. This is the one that determines if you get out or not. She put a $10,000 bond attached to me. She said the
10,000.
conditions. Yeah, right, right.
Shit.
Yep. She said the condition is you show up to court. If not, we'll revoke it and there will be a warrant out for your arrest. We'll drag you back in here. I said, yeah, that's no problem. We're not scared of court. Um, so yeah, that happened, and
So what did you do to dismiss the case?
man, I filed a couple things, man. I filed first of all, I started with the affidavit of my side, affidavit of truth of what happened. Then I filed a motion to dismiss. I had a couple of them, at least like 15 motions. Like it was all attached together. And then I filed a demand for bill of particulars. And then I waited because I stated in the bill of particulars I was going to give them 15 days to answer. And I believe that's in Maryland codes and Maryland rules, somewhere where you got to give them that much amount of time. But that's the thing too. The bill of particulars is for circuit court. So
Mhm.
I felt like I almost forgot. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just still go ahead and go with it. And that's supposed to be the opposition that's supposed to know this shit, in order to go ahead and get it thrown out. So I just had layers of defenses and stuff like that. But I filed that and just a mandatory judicial notice over here under Maryland and Maryland rules. If
Did
you
the
don't
officers show up
label,
to court?
fuck no. Not
Yeah,
7 of them
they
showed
weren't
up.
gonna they weren't gonna show up no way.
Nope. Not even them and the missing dog that they had there. So, but yeah, I went there, man. I filed that, just some motions and a mandatory judicial notice, and I put in my copyright, uh, common law copyright name, whatever notice, and a trademark and trade name notice. Other than that, I just showed. Yeah, I came back the next week and filed a motion to compel to answer the bill of particulars, and then I filed another motion to dismiss and a proposed order. Just grant, just in alignment with everything I did. And every time I put in a motion, I had an affidavit supporting that too. So, but no, we went there, man, and they waited. It started at 8:30. They didn't call my case until like maybe like 12:50 or something like that. They brought everybody from jail. They waited till like it was like
Wait till put
6
you at the
people.
end.
Yep. Yep.
Well, so look,
Well,
this is my whole situation about this, and this is why I said what I said to y'all earlier this past couple weeks. Due process is a real thing, guys. And when they took him to jail, I want y'all to understand this part. When they took him to jail, this is why they were supposed to take him before a magistrate. Because they ain't have shit no way. They were supposed to already go ahead and basically they wouldn't have to go through putting him in jail, waiting on to the court date to dismiss the costing all this money. It was never supposed to even happen. But see, they don't understand this shit. By them having to dismiss that case, you know what that does to them?
They wide open.
Yeah, it means that they were fully in violation of everything that transpired. That also means a form of false imprisonment, or you can even consider it to be malicious prosecution because you had no freaking evidence to deal with any of this in the first place. Y'all had 7 freaking people out there. Not one single one of them showed up. Not even the person that transported you, whatever. They probably ain't even do no freaking paperwork on that shit for real. For real, I'm serious. And then they think it's just cool that everybody get to walk off, but everybody was accessory to the situation.
Yep.
Nah, for real, and that's why I say, when to hear you get that dismissed, and a lot of people don't understand, it happens like that so much.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't gonna come to court. They not finna, especially when they see they in some shit of what you putting down. They not wanting to come in here and have it because they're not gonna have any of the stuff that you're gonna be asking for. They're gonna tell you that.
Right.
We was dealing with I'm actually was helping somebody deal with their situation, and they told their son that we don't got none of the stuff that you looking for. I said, what? How you gonna not have the evidence there at court? You feel what I'm saying?
That's
Now,
crazy.
Now, also, it's also money in that situation that they owe and got to pay you for your time as well. So you didn't do anything. I'll go make it a full civil claim, though. I'm telling you, everybody got to pay. Everybody in there that dealing with that situation got to pay because that's stupid. and then
Yeah.
you gave them. There's like, and all you gotta go do, go look up the law. They're talking about international driver's permit.
Right.
They have to accept it. That was wrong even for that. There's no probable cause in it.
Exactly.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You right, man. I had everything just lined up. Like I said, I had encounters with like 3 other cops, no problem. They just gave me like a warning. It was all for like tail lights or headlight or something like that. Other than that, this guy just I don't know what the hell his problem was, man. He was just on some shit. Like I was reading his so-called statement of allegations, and it was one line in there that just threw me off. He said something like, due to his criminal indicators, he had to call they gave him reasons to call a canine to call. I was like, what the fuck? Like, man,
Man, they
this shit
don't give
just
you no
sounds
reason. You pulled over. It ain't no drugs, nothing. You can't call it. That prolongs the stop from what it was. That's violation of due process. If they didn't give you, did they even give you a speeding ticket?
yeah, all that afterwards. Like
So
after
they
they
did
locked
give
me
you
up.
a speeding ticket. What else they give you?
Shit. He said failure to display license on demand and some other shit. That was it.
That's
And then
bullshit.
it-
All that's gonna
yeah,
kill
some
out because you can't even have an international driver's permit without having license. No damn way. So that's gonna get thrown out in the court too. That would have been thrown anyway. That's stupid.
yeah, and the way they played that, they tried to separate those charges. So it was like 3 sides, 3 tickets, and then
Just went out. Yeah,
in
yo.
court. They didn't. Yeah, they separated them, and I told them I addressed that. I'm like, yo, what's up with these other 3? They said, oh yeah, you were supposed to request a hearing on that, and that's supposed to be that's heard in another court or something like that. I said, what kind of dumb shit is that? Like this generated from this though. They say, yeah, but you still gotta request that. I'm like, I got something for y'all, yo, because I don't like this shit, and this
Well,
shit was
all of
just
that's part of the fruit of the poisonous tree now.
right.
No matter what came after it, that's what it's a part of. So that's got to go too. Man, but
Oh yeah.
like seriously, I would not waste a day on having a civil claim. That officer would have a full package waiting and ready for them.
But Eric, how is that fair? How is that fair that he have to spend all this time and money doing this stuff? This is not fair.
Who said he had to spend money?
In order to go do the civil claim, he's going to have to file documents and this and that and whatever and
Yes,
spend all
that's
this
part
time.
of. You know why it is fair? You know why? Because all rights are retained to the people. If it was not retained to the people, you think that he's going to go tell on himself, sue him damn self, and the company or the people he worked for are going to sue him too? They're not going to do that. That's why it's left up to you to do it. So
Okay.
if you ask me, is it fair? It is. But no, do you have to pay? No, you just got to know how to step in there and let them know. Justice, this is not to be sold. I got the right to come to the court for any form of a grievances that has taken place, and here we are today, bro. Go tell the FBI too. Send that shit to them.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one too.
Hell yeah.
And so if he would have said that he needed,
Hold on, y'all.
if he would
y'all
have
gotta raise
said,
hands.
magistrate, right now, I have a right to a speedy trial. I want a magistrate right now, and they wouldn't have taken him. They would have taken him to jail. Then I can see having to fight all this stuff. But just everything he had to go through, is it because he didn't speak up in the car and go, right now, I want you a magistrate?
No, that has nothing to do with it. It had everything to do with the cop being an asshole. He showed him that he still has the right to travel up on the road, and everything after that just turned into some shit because he didn't like the credentials that he received to identify himself. That was it.
Yep.
That's the only situation. He wanted to trying to control shit, and he tried something else different. And then they took him to jail, and they violated due process from the very get-go. Like he said, this stopped turning into something totally different. Because once he proves and show that those are valid, that's the whole thing. What the credentials that he showed is valid. You can go look it up right now. International driver's license or international driver's permit is valid in all states. Right the freak now.
Yep. The guy was just, like I said, he was on
I
some
said, I'm finna
scruff
give you some
McGruff
money.
shit.
That's what God said. I'm finna give you some money, bro. Just chill for a second.
Facts.
That's all I'm finna do. I'm finna give you what you. I got a little break for you right here. Cause that's just stupid. But you run into these type of people, and then they get into these courts, and this is the thing. They'll just dismiss the shit like it's okay, and then most people just go home. I beat my case today, and that's it. And they have no consequences. So now I guarantee you, they out there doing it to somebody else again right now.
Oh yeah,
That shit
man.
gotta
It's
stop.
yeah. I
And
ain't gonna let that shit.
congratulations though.
The
Congratulations on that.
Oh
Hold
yeah,
on, hold on, hold on.
appreciate it.
Go ahead, brother. Finish up with saying what you were saying.
Oh no, I'm saying I appreciate it, man. But yeah, I'm not letting that shit slide though. I just wanted to I'm not gonna let that shit slide, man. I'm gonna go after him and the seven magicians. What I'm gonna just call them that, the seven magicians and the missing dog.
7
So
magicians
I'm gonna go at yeah, because all of them
and the
disappeared when it
mystery
was court
dog.
time. Like, yep. But yeah, man.
Hey,
Other than that, the judge, he was cool. He was cool. He just had a good. He was just ready for Thanksgiving. He just kept iterating that, and the prosecutor ain't have, like I said, he ain't have nobody there. He tried to read the story into the case, the statement of allegations. I just objected to that and just called it hearsay. The judge was like, "Oh no, 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 hold on, that's not hearsay. It's a hearsay exception rule, some shit like that." I looked it up when I got home. It was just still bullshit.
it's
But
always bullshit because the evidence is not there. In any court case, in any situation, there are witnesses. But now, where's the injured party? See, that's the thing. They always come in as a witness, but there's never an injured party that's there.
right, yeah,
Never.
and I was gonna pull the same move that he pulled because he asked the judge. He said, "Yeah, do you mind if I do a gallery check?" Then from there, I would see him call witnesses up. So I was going to do that, but he had already addressed it on the record that I don't have any witnesses here, and so. And I just moved, straight for dismissal. I said, yeah, we just need to go ahead and get this. I'm moving for dismissal. Like he said, there's no opposition here, blah, blah, blah. He hasn't filed anything. It's been 52 days, and we haven't gotten anything from the opposing party. So I'm just moving for dismissal for lack of evidence, lack of prosecution, and also lack of jurisdiction. When I said the court lack jurisdiction, the judge face like kind of lit up real bit, like nigga, what you mean? Like fuck you mean we don't got no jurisdiction?
They
Like
don't
type
because ain't
shit.
nothing here.
Like, so I had to break it down to him, and I said if he don't have any evidence, then he can't prosecute the case, which means that y'all don't, there's no jurisdiction here, so you can't hear the matter. So the judge just looked at him like, like what you got to say, and he was just sitting there like, "Oh, Your Honor, I can assure you, if we get a postponement, I can just, it won't be any more delays." And I said, "Nah, objection." I said, it's too much. It's already this case already been delayed enough. He hasn't filed anything. Why would he wait until today to say something? He didn't communicate with me. I didn't get nothing in writing from him. And the judge is asking him, like, did you put anything in writing? He said no. And all this. Did you make contact with them? He said, yeah, one of them. He said, I believe one of them is on vacation. I'm like, yeah, right. Like, okay. And seven of them is on vacation
It
as well,
doesn't
right?
matter. You can't go take a vacation.
Right.
Shit. Hell, you
Exactly.
got to come to court too. So everybody has to, all parties have to be. That's why they got to understand you can't, like, not showing up to court is damn near listen, that's dangerous too. If they don't show up, they got to be punished too. Because that makes you a false accuser for not showing up.
Mm.
And that's the presumptions that gets to be made, that they falsely accused you of some shit.
Right.
And we ain't even here to talk about speed. What speed? We gotta get past the first few things.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if they want to, like, it's just so much in that situation, man. Do what you got to do. Again, it is a form of you got to pick and choose which route you want to take. It could either be false imprisonment or malicious prosecution. It can't be both. But whichever you do choose to take, make sure you go fully through with it, though.
Gotcha, man. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, appreciate you sharing that experience with us. I'm glad everybody got to hear it because, again, that happens, man. You got the right to see them. If you was arrested, let's say you get arrested at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and then again, it ain't no They don't gotta. It's nothing stating that they get to close. The court's supposed to always be open, 24/7. A magistrate is amenable to you at all times, meaning that all you got to do is request one. So that's the thing. They ain't just having to be there, but if you request one, oh yeah, they got to do it. If you request a warrant, they got to do it. If they don't do it, hey, we'll see you. I'll see you. I will deal with it in court. It's a violation of due process. That means your authority, you had no authority to do anything you were trying to do. But that's the reason why even if they arrest you with a warrant, they're supposed to bring you to the magistrate with the actual warrant to make sure that it's validated as well. See, they got the system set up against everything of what the Constitution will say because they're operating on the lowest contract, which is under statutory law. And they're trying to deal with the legal person of you in that way through commerce. But see, the only way to rebut that is when you start acting in the capacity of your private capacity and you're asserting your rights instead of waiving them. Now it checks everything at the door because you start operating from the highest contract and make them uphold to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, judge, y'all trying to have a bench trial in here on my rights today? Are you serious? You consider this a criminal prosecution? I have a right to a public trial and a trial by jury. So either the court, I'll move this court to either change it to a competent venue or et cetera, or this case needs to be dismissed. Or you can do an abatement on it because of that. It's not a competent jurisdiction. Either or. Abatement just puts it at a stop. A motion to dismiss actually terminates it throughout their court. Those are the things.
Yep.
So, hey, keep going, man. I'm proud to hear that, man. I'm glad to hear that as well. Y'all keep going, keep going, keep going.
Appreciate it, man.
We're gonna finish these questions another day. I'm not gonna do them Wednesday. We'll get back to another ebook I got prepared for you guys. But we'll get back to the questions to check y'all mind and see where y'all at. I forgot about the testimony, so that was my bad. But we did get to hear a few right here at the end, and I appreciate you guys and your time. As always, this is going to end our session for today. So, hope you guys learned something at the same time. And appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great and beautiful day. I'll catch y'all later on.
Thank you, man. God bless you. Have a good one, man.
Yes, sir.